Bossy Brows is a premier destination for brow maintenance, restoration, and do-it-yourself brow care, and an authority in education for beauty professionals. Our flagship studio is located outside of Philadelphia. They have thousands of satisfied brow clients with over 100 five-star reviews, and the studio is COVID-19 safety certified. I can hear her. Onisha Claire is a double board certified in permanent cosmetics with the American Academy of Micropigmentation, child, and the Society of Permanent Cosmetic Professionals. She is completed over 300 hours of advanced permanent makeup training and is a licensed esthetician in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I had to get all of that out of the way because this is my sister right here. Good afternoon, hunty.
Hi, how you doing, Mama? I'm so excited. Well, first of all, I'm always excited to chat with you, but I'm especially excited to chat with you today. Audrey, it is 2022.
Oh, I know, Anisha. So first of all, let me just tell you, y'all see Mother's brows? Mother don't come on the air wearing a stitch of makeup because Mother's brows is laid to the side, honey. And I have had so many conversations with people about what's the right way to do your brows. Some folks got a little teeny line. Some folks got lines up here looking like Worf from Star Trek. Folks got lines across their eyes. Just all kinds of things going on. And the reason why I asked you to come on was someone who got on Facebook and complained bitterly about their brows, right? So yeah. I know it's the brand new year. We're talking about serious things, but this is serious for those of us who take our faces seriously, right? What do we need to know about getting proper brows done?
Well, you know, this really is a serious conversation, Andrea, because right now with what's happening in the current environment with the virus and the pandemonium, you know, a lot of us, like you, are working from home.
Yes.
And you want to be able to put your best foot forward. People may not be as comfortable with going outside. And so being able to have your brows on point really is important. When we're outside, we're wearing masks.
Yes.
That's all you can see. And what some people don't really understand is that brows are half of your communication. I mean, it's a huge difference when I'm talking to you and my brows are sitting like this versus like this. It's a difference in communication. I never forget, I had a male client come to me and he was suffering from alopecia areata, which is total hair loss. He had no eyelashes, no hair on his body hair, and definitely no eyebrows. And he wanted me to provide him with a permanent makeup service because he said, Onisha, I want to be able to give a brow flash. I'm like, oh, bro, what's a brow flash? He says, you know, when you look at a woman and you let her know. I said, oh, I didn't even know. You need brows to holler at the honeys. And ladies, we need our brows to let them know, yes, hey. Yes. So what we need to understand is that brows are serious business because you do not want to be out in this world miscommunicating. So you go to the wrong person who gives you an aesthetic that's sending the wrong message, that's not authentically you, that doesn't really convey the energy that you're trying to communicate. Unbeknownst to you, you can totally be messed up. And so what we need to know is that everyone has a brow that is specific to them. So, and I say that specifically because I have a lot of clients, especially my older clients, I'll be like, Nisha, don't give me that Instagram eyebrow. And I say, friend, don't worry. I'm going to give you your eyebrow. Wow. I call it a bossy eyebrow, but I'm going to give Andrea her eyebrow. Onisha has my eyebrow. Yes. So everyone has their own eyebrow.
Yeah. My friend Margaret says, see what I was talking about? She goes, having no brows is stressful. When I was with her, she's like, can you put my eyebrows on for me? Yeah, yeah. All right, Margaret, you win. She would not leave the house without her eyebrows on. She's absolutely right. So
Andrea, the other thing about eyebrows is that it's a sign of youth. I think that, we live in this society that is very visual driven. And, when I'm doing certain styles of makeup, people will say, are thick eyebrows a trend? And quite honestly, thick eyebrows are timeless. It's quite biological that the best eyebrows you're ever going to have, male or female, is when you're young and your hormones are evolving, right? Before the world has stressed you out, they don't fell out, before you want every medication known to man. So thick, full eyebrows are an association with youth. And many of us, because we're out in the workforce, because we're presenting ourselves, we want to be aligned with youthful and energetic. And so eyebrows play a role in communicating youth and vitality as well.
Listen, I need you to hold on so I can take a break, but let me tell you, honey, when you popped up on the screen in your fuchsia, you lit up Facebook. You were like, yes! That pink is saying something. All right, we're going to come back because Laverne says, my eyebrows are wild. My husband said they match my personality. I hate getting them arched. I may do it once a year. So we're going to come back and talk about how often should you do it. Like, I'm born with naturally thick eyebrows, praise the Lord. But some people are not, right? And so when does it start to look unnatural when you're adding other things? Hold on one second, honey. You are listening to The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. We will be right back with the boss of the bossy brows after these messages. Welcome back to The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. If you are just joining us, I know Mova's been giving you all her favorite people. I feel like Oprah. Giving you all my favorite business owners. One of them is Anisha Claire from the Bossy Brows, honey. You step into her spot. She's absolutely right. What happened, how I met Anisha, was I was heading somewhere. I think the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival. And my brows looked like Jesus wept tears. And one of my Facebook friends says, I'm going to give up my appointment to Anisha. So you can take my appointment. I was like, word? She says, yep. And she even paid for my brows. That was so nice. And I came to see you and I fell in love, child. And when you go to Anisha, you don't go every 2 weeks. I see her every 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how my dwarf eyebrows want to act, right? So tell people, what is the safest way to get their brows done? How often should they have it done, Anisha? And when do they know they're at the wrong brow specialist?
Sure. So I think it's really important that when you are dealing with any type of beauty professional, but definitely brows because that's my specialty, I advise people to go to somebody who has a brow philosophy. I don't just do eyebrows. It's not just an add-on service. This is my entire business. And I've really taken a lot of time to not only be able to style eyebrows, but to be able to correct and cultivate eyebrows as well. So part of what I do is I help people's eyebrows grow back, right? Restoration is a huge part of my business. And so when it comes to people having their eyebrows styled, it really depends on the person. But most people are somewhere between 4 and 8 weeks. And oftentimes it really depends on what type of style you're trying to achieve. So for example, my business is Bossy Brow. So a lot of people come to me because they really want a bolder eyebrow. And so my signature brow service does exactly that. So I tint the eyebrows, I'll make them a lot bolder than they normally would be. And it really gives people a filled-in look. Well, if you're someone who's really in love with the look of a bold eyebrow, then you're going to want to come back more often. But because my brow philosophy is to give you the eyebrow that works for you, I'm not changing your shape. So I'm not the brow artist that is going to make your eyebrows a little bit thinner to make you feel like I've done something. If you come to me and there's only 3 hairs outside of the shape, then I'm only taking away 3 hairs. I definitely, my goal is to make your eyebrows look as great as possible. But what I know for sure is that once you have a brow shape that works for you, that's all that ever matters. Brooke Shields has been wearing the same iconic eyebrow for 50 years. It don't matter what's happening in the world, you know a Brooke Shields eyebrow. And when you start doing strange things to your natural eyebrow, it definitely looks weird, and you actually know it instantly. So, unfortunately, people may not know that they're going to the wrong brow artist until it's already happened. But one of my pet peeves is people are like, oh, I did my research. research, what it really includes is a consultation, which is a conversation, a social proof. You should be looking at reviews, asking people, and looking at pictures, and also looking at their body of work. So I believe any type of beauty professional is going to have a body of work. And if what you, for example, I had somebody send me a brow that they wanted. I actually knew the artist. She's an amazing artist out of Chicago. And she said, Anisha, I want my eyebrow to look like this. And my recommendation was, you should go to that artist. It's just a plane ticket, right? That's the way we operate, right, Andrea? It's just a plane ticket. I am not going to tell you or sell you on the idea that I'm going to give you that eyebrow, because that particular style eyebrow was really unique to that artist. And so you really want someone that's going to operate in integrity and tell you what they can and cannot do. And it's not that I could not give her a similar eyebrow. It's just that what I have found working with clients is that once women have a picture in their mind of how they want it, that is how they want it. And I'm here to set very realistic expectations about what can be achieved with the eyebrows that you have.
Now listen, I'm about to say this. How can the people reach you? But I need to know that my eyebrow appointment will be on point. After I put this edict out here, because the folks are going to call. I did it with Archie, my major. I did it with my dentist. I did it with my eye. Listen, they're calling all the people that I'm recommending. So how can
I got you.
Okay, girl. Okay. How can folks reach you to connect to get their eyebrows done?
Sure. So, the great thing about Bossy Brows is that scheduling is available 24/7. If you go to bossybrows.com, you can schedule an appointment right now. And, truthfully, the business is very popular. We service many amazing clients, including Andrea. And so you may have to wait a few weeks to get your appointment, but I promise you that once you get on the calendar, that your brows, your new Bossy Brows, will exceed your expectations. I'm telling everybody, honey, it's 2022. We talking about new year, new brows. Let's do it.
So Lorraine Henry said, Andrea, right? I need my appointment. Once I locked into you, I was not letting go. If those of you who are watching me for the first time understand, we've been talking about the 7 principles of Kwanzaa from December 26th to January 1st. I am asking you all to do it all year long. And so every month I highlight another African American, right? Black business owner. We keep talking about we don't have any, they're not around, and I'm going to bring them to you in droves because they are here. And I have been using them. I said to my husband this morning, Anisha, that 85% of my money rotates in the Black community. I don't even know how I do it, but I'm so intentional, because if we're going to talk about this thing, we have to be about this thing. Right? And the service that you provide is not only just the eyebrows. I look forward to coming, laying down, and having a whole conversation with you. You have me cackling to the blue corn moon. Because you talk about traveling, you talk about the different things you see in the different parts of the world, you talk about, and then you bring stuff in so that we can buy it, You have Suresh there, you have stuff from, I think it was Ghana or wherever the hell you were in the last trip, that I got one of those necklaces from you, and people walk away from you feeling like they didn't just get their eyebrows done, but they really met with a sister friend. I just needed you to know that. I would not say that to you until we had this conversation today.
Thank you look forward to it. Andrea, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And one of the things I really appreciate it, because that really just resonates my spirit and warms my heart. I'm in a season of self-care. And so when I hear things like that, I really have to take a moment and not brush over it and really just set with my spirit, because it brings a little tear to my eye, because it's so easy to get caught up in the world and forget that just our mere presence is truly a gift. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. And I also really appreciate your intention about supporting businesses in your community, because like you said, when we started this conversation just about Black businesses in general, one of my pet peeves, because I used to also own the largest Black-owned nail salon in the country, and one of my pet peeves was when people would use this term, I tried to support a Black business. And baby, don't nothing get under my skin. Like when somebody's, I start twitching. I'm doing better now.
Yeah. Yeah, we tend to accept a lot of foolishness from other folks, but don't give ourselves a chance, right? And understanding that Black businesses have to work a little bit harder to get, the same things done, to get the businesses up off the ground. The average business costs $15,000 or more to get going. Right? People don't realize that. And so folks are trying to make some money and then trying to put into the business, and we're trying to support and love on one another. Joshua says someone called to find out where you're located. She's located off of City Line Avenue. Children, go to bossybrows.com. You will find all the goodness. And please know you're walking into a pink lagoon when you walk in there. It's all pink and white in it. It's all pink and white. Oh, Joseph Simmons says, Mother, God bless you. You love your people. I do. My husband said that to me this morning, too. He said, you literally. I was talking to him at 4 o'clock, and I said, why did you marry me? And he said, because you love people. It is not just a game for you. He said, I've watched you love on people, and because you love people, I'm going to spend the rest of my life loving you and making sure you're okay. So.
Yes.
We say all of that, honey. I look forward to, I want your cup to overflow with appointments this year. I know you're super busy already, but I wanted to continue to overflow, and I want you to take good care of yourself because we love you. We love you, and we want you to make sure that when you're giving to us, we're returning back to you tenfold. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Andrea. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing me with the WRD family. It has just been a joy, and I hope to continue to serve you guys in perpetuity. I'm so excited about it all. Thank you so much, Andrea.
You should, because they already called in the studio talking about where she located.
I love it. I'll go ahead and I'll type the address information in the comments, okay?
Thank you, honey. Love you. Happy New Year. Talk to you soon.
Hugs. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You are listening to The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. We will be right back after the...
Telling my girls